Sarah Cox again. I'm an instructor with the FireEye Education Services team. I wanted to show you some advanced configurations to run the FireEye Health Check tool in an automatic way. I'll show you how to create a configuration file with encrypted password information, how to run a health check in silent mode, and how to run the tool automatically using tasks or cron jobs. If you're just getting started with the Health Check tool, check out the introduction video, which shows the basics of running the tool against FireEye physical, virtual, and cloud appliances. To build the configuration file, I'll use the Health Check tool command like I did before, which has targets and the username specified. Then I'll use the create config switch. This will create a configuration file based on the parameters I'm currently using. At the prompt, I'll enter the password. This won't be saved in the configuration file, and I'll revisit this in a minute. And again, the tool runs and collects system information. For this video, we sped some of these steps up. At the end of the run, I can see it created the configuration file. I'll also need an encrypted version of the password for my configuration file, so I'm going to do that now before editing it. I mentioned that it doesn't store the password in the configuration file, and so I need to generate an encrypted version of it. And I'll do that with the encrypt switch. And I'll enter my password. The password is encrypted using unique attributes of this system where I'm creating it. If I wanted to use the configuration file on another system, I would need to regenerate the encrypted password on that system. Here's the encrypted password string. I'll copy that. And now let's have a look at the configuration file. It created it in the config folder, and I can edit it, and I can see the stored configuration. Here's the stored configuration file for the targets and username I provided. I need to replace the password string here with the encrypted password string I just generated. And if I had other hosts with the same username and password, I could add them here. And I could save it. Now this set of appliances all uses the same username and password and has the same mode. I could copy and paste this format and update this for different sets of appliances with different passwords, credentials, or even modes. But I'm not going to do that now. I'll just save and close this. And now I'm ready to use my configuration file. This time when I run the tool, I'm going to use the full path, and you'll see why in a minute here. And to use the configuration file, I'll use the config switch and point it at my file. And the last step is I'm going to use quiet mode just to make this command kind of run in the background here. And again, I'll allow some time for that to run and confirm it finished. If you're more comfortable, you can use the task schedule GUI, but I'm going to work from the command line since I'm already here at the command prompt. So I'll use the schedule tasks command and use create. And I need to give it a task name. I'll put that in quotes. And I need to tell it the task to run, and I'll put that in quotes as well. And I'm going to copy the string that I just used here. That's the task to run. And then I need to tell it how often to run. And for this test, I'll just do one time once, and I'll give it a start time. And I'm just going to use a time close to this current time. and set the start date to today. And that's it. I'm going to schedule this to run. And I can see it was successfully created. Now to set this up to run more regularly, I would change the run once here to weekly, and I could update my start time and start date. Let me switch over to a Linux system and show how to set up a cron job. I've already run my command to test it, so I have the command line here. And copy it. And then I'll edit my cron tab file to set up the automated job. And you can see I've got the format pre-configured here. So I tested it running it at a specific time. And when I know it works, I could use the @weekly to have the task run weekly and then save my file. And that's it. Now I have my cron job set up. I can list my cron jobs to confirm it's set up properly. I hope this helps you use the FireEye Health Check tool effectively in your environment. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more FireEye tips and insights.